Look, human evolution is an incredible thing. We mastered fire, built the pyramids, put a man on the moon, and invented garlic bread. But all millions of years of biological perfection completely disintegrate the exact millisecond you make eye contact with your crush. Suddenly, your brain forgets how to operate your limbs. You walk like a malfunctioning grandfather clock. Your heart starts beating so hard it feels like a trapped raccoon trying to chew its way out of your rib cage. We've all been there. You want to walk up to them, say a normal, human sentence, and leave an impression. Instead, you end up looking like a glitching NPC in a broken video game. So today, we are going to look at the definitive, scientifically proven guide on exactly how not to talk to your crush. Do not try these at home, or anywhere else, really. Let's begin. First up, we have the overthinker. This is the guy who treats a simple hello like a NASA rocket launch. You don't just walk over, no, you need a strategy. You pull up a mental chalkboard and begin calculating variables. Okay, if I walk at exactly 2.5 miles per hour, adjusting for the hallway wind resistance caused by the nearby janitor's fan, I will intercept them right next to the water fountain. But wait, what if the water fountain splashes? What if I trip on the tile? What if my left eyebrow twitches at a frequency that signals distress to the human subconscious? You spend 45 minutes calculating the optimal angle of approach, the perfect trajectory of a casual head nod, and the exact vocal pitch that conveys confidence without sounding like a medieval opera singer. You finally finish the math. The equation is perfect. You turn around, ready to execute the flawless greeting, only to realize that while you were calculating the quantum mechanics of a conversation, 3 semesters have passed. They have graduated, moved to a different country, changed their name, and started a farm. Just don't pull out the chalkboard. It takes too long. Next, we have the too cool approach. You decide that being nervous is for amateurs. You are going to be smooth. So, you put on dark sunglasses indoors, which immediately lowers your vision to about 10%, causing you to bump into a trash can. You ignore the trash can. Smooth guys don't care about waste management. You spot a wall right next to your crush. The plan is simple. Walk up, casually lean your arm against the wall, cross your legs, and drop a classic line like, "Hey." But here's the problem with the cool guy lean. It requires depth perception. And because you are wearing sunglasses indoors, your depth perception is non-existent. You confidently extend your arm to lean on the wall, but you misjudge the distance by a full 2 feet. There is no wall. There is only empty air. You completely lose balance. Your legs tangle together like a pair of headphones left in a pocket, and you faceplant directly onto the linoleum floor. Smack! The sunglasses fly off, hitting your crush in the shin. Ugh. You are now lying on the ground, staring at their shoes. At this point, your only option is to pretend you are a professional breakdancer who just finished a very experimental move. Do not lean. The laws of gravity do not care about your charisma. Then there is the undercover agent method. You want to know more about your crush, but instead of asking them questions like a normal person, you decide to become a freelance private investigator. You spend 6 hours scrolling through their social media footprint. You scroll so far back you find photos of their 3rd-grade birthday party at a bowling alley. You know their favorite color, their childhood dog's name, their blood type, and their opinion on whether pineapples belong on pizza. Armed with this terrifying amount of data, you finally gather the courage to speak to them. They look up and say, "Oh, hey, I don't think we've met. I'm Sarah." And your brain, completely short-circuiting from the pressure, decides to accidentally leak the classified information. Instead of saying, "Nice to meet you," you blurt out, "No! You had a blue frosting cake in 2016 and your dog Barnaby hates thunder." The silence that follows is heavier than a neutron star. They look at you with pure terror. You look at them, realizing you sound like a high-stakes stalker. You slowly back away into the shadows, hoping they format their hard drive and change their identity. Pro tip: keep the database locked. Let them tell you their name naturally. Let's say you avoid the first 3 mistakes. You didn't overthink it, you didn't fall over, and you didn't act like a secret agent. You just walked up. They look at you, smile warmly, and say, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" This is the golden window. All you have to do is process the audio input and generate a standard human output. Something like, "Pretty good, how about you?" Instead, your brain experiences a catastrophic hardware failure. It's like pouring a bucket of water directly into a supercomputer. Inside your head, the tiny employees running the control room are screaming, throwing folders into the air, and hitting the self-destruct button. Your jaw unhinges. You open your mouth to speak, but your vocal cords and your brain are no longer on speaking terms. Instead of English, you emit a noise that sounds like a cross between a dying dial-up modem, a startled goose, and a broken vacuum cleaner. Realizing the mistake, you try to correct it, but your mouth just decides to manifest a physical metaphor for your conversation. A literal, heavy red brick drops out of your mouth, shatters on the floor, and lands directly on your toe. You just stand there, panting, having uninstalled the concept of language entirely. Look, if your brain crashes, just nod and walk away before you start speaking in ancient hieroglyphics. Sometimes you realize you can't do this alone. You need backup. Enter the wingman. You recruit your best friend to help pump you up and maybe start the conversation for you. This is a massive gamble because best friends possess a unique trait. They think your suffering is hilarious. You tell your wingman, Hey, just casually bring me up in conversation. Make me look good." Your wingman nods, looks you in the eye with absolute seriousness and says, "I got you, bro." He walks straight over to your crush, points at you from across the room while you are trying to look natural, which somehow results in you holding a half-eaten banana and staring blankly at a light bulb, and yells at the top of his lungs, "Hey! My friend over there thinks you are super pretty, but he is too terrified to talk to you because he sweats extra when he gets nervous." Everyone stops. The entire room turns to look at you. You are still holding the banana. Your wingman gives you a thumbs up, proud of a job well done. You look around for a trapdoor in the earth to swallow you whole. If you use a wingman, make sure their contract explicitly states they cannot use the words sweat, terrified, or point at you while you look like a confused caveman. Another classic pitfall is the accidental insult. This happens when you try to use teasing or banter to look casual, but you completely misjudge the intensity. You walk up trying to be playful. You see they got a new haircut. A normal comment would be, "Hey, nice haircut." But your brain wants to be edgy and funny, so it filters the compliment through a layer of absolute chaos. You open your mouth and say, "Wow, your new haircut makes your ears look way less giant than usual." As soon as the words leave your lips, time slows down. You watch the smile fade from their face. You mentally try to reach out into the air, grab the words, and push them back into your throat. But it's too late. You just told the person you like that they usually have Dumbo ears. You try to fix it. No, I mean, your ears are great, like a rabbit. Wait, no, rabbits have big ears. You look like a normal human, I swear. The hole you are digging is now deep enough to reach the Earth's mantle. Just stop talking. Leave the banter to the professionals. So, after examining all these catastrophic failures, what is the actual, secret formula to talking to your crush? It's shockingly simple. Take a deep breath. Remove the sunglasses. Put away the chalkboard. Delete the background check database. Walk over, look them in the eye, and just say, "Hey, how's your day going?" Because at the end of the day, they are just a regular human being. They put their pants on one leg at a time, they get annoyed by slow internet, and they probably have embarrassing memories they look back on too. Unless, of course, they are actually a green, flesh-eating zombie, in which case, forget everything I just said, drop-kick the subscribe button, and run for your absolute life. See ya.